Wagwan, fellas. It's Annoying Friends, episode 3. We got me and Pat as hosts, and we're going to have Luke Dillon on board when he joins. Just going to send him a request. I think I just did, actually. I did. Hi, Luke.
Headphone guy.
Can you hear me?
Oh, come on. Yeah, but not
How's it
my
going?
headphones.
Right, Luke? What's happening?
Let's try sort out the screen. Gallery view. That's it.
Boys?
You all right? Hang on, let me try. Talk now.
Hear me?
Yeah, it's better. How you doing?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
You surf today, Luke?
Headphones aren't working. Tell you what. What's that?
Good to see the balloons.
You surf today?
Yeah, it was so bad.
Is that? I love last me, I did.
What?
It ain't that horrible enough.
Ah,
That's it. It's better. It's not cross. It's just on shore.
I bet it's disgusting.
Yeah.
What's Fistral like on a north wind? Gosh, it's like a dead western again. Like shit.
Yeah, I think so. It looks worse because it's already peaky down there.
Yeah,
It's not closed up.
fair enough. How you been?
not been doing a lot, to be fair. It's been alright, but just a bit of surfing, bit of golf.
I'm a
I'm so tired not being able to travel.
Yeah, that's a big problem. At least you got quite quiet down Cornwall for a bit.
Yeah, up until like a few weeks ago, it was pretty good.
What else she started doing that?
You've snuck down a few times, haven't you, Pat?
I haven't gone yet.
I was going to come on the weekend, maybe. I don't know. It's pretty bad. There's no waves yet.
The chart just doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
awful everywhere. It's awful everywhere in the UK. I think.
Mm.
Imagine we just ring like Nick in the wave and go, get dinging. That'd be nice.
Be nice to go and do a little trip when we can, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
How many places would you have gone right now? Like since March?
I can't even remember because I haven't looked at the schedule in that long. Probably like 5.
Yeah, at least. Probably.
Mental.
How many? Right, mind you, you're more last minute than me. Probably. You probably hadn't booked anything, had you?
What, for like September, October?
For contests and trips and stuff since March. Like, did you have to get any refunds and that?
No, because luckily, when I got home, I was going to have like 3 weeks at home anyway.
Yeah, so you can.
So I didn't have to book anything.
Yeah, right.
What? So you just like book for like the September?
No,
like,
I've texted him a couple of times. He's like, I haven't booked yet.
I normally book probably like 10 days in advance.
Well, I was waiting 8 hours to go on that trip last week. I was like, oh, look,
Wait, what?
we did miss out on the trip last week.
Oh, yeah, that's not booked.
I know, a road trip though, but it was like gonna drive for it. It looked like a good swell though. I think we missed it.
I'll talk about
The
that.
boys said it was good, a couple of them.
Is that?
Send me some photos.
Do you kind of regret it?
Nah, because we had waves at home.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a clean fun as well. Probably done now.
that was a life-saving day for Pat.
Oh yeah, I've seen that on Facebook.
It's just a standard Cornish day, but it doesn't happen up here.
Yeah, in Perranporth, that's every day.
What happened then?
Guy gets stuck in
Yeah,
the
he just got stuck in a rut and then go bottom. Like, but it got attention because there's a helicopter and boats and cars.
Yeah, don't happen in Wales, that does it?
It's
No.
like it's the first time Llangennef's ever had
bank.
sandbanks, but they are big. Like they're huge. Like they're mental good, but there's massive reps.
We call it the Continental Breakfast Bar. There's so many bowls.
But yeah, you know what I mean. Like in Perranporth and stuff, there's reps every day. People aren't used to it here, and it's not. It's like our Perranporth for Fistral. Like it's our busy beach, but it's not lifeguarded.
Mm-hmm.
So it just normally it's so safe. Like no one's ever drowned there, but because there's rips now, like I don't know, just there's more people that need getting stuck in the rip.
Why didn't they have lifeguards there?
Oh, it's a private beach, and it's weird how big the beach is for it to be a private beach, but it's 4 miles long or something.
It's kind of like Perranporth.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, like it's got like 3 different sections of the beach.
But no, it's just private, so there's a lot of politics with the lifeguards going down there.
What size board do you ride, Luke?
511s when it's like small or normal board, and then a 6.0 when it's like above head high. Really,
How tall are you?
I'm not even 5'8".
Yeah, I was gonna say you're quite short, aren't you?
Yeah,
Taller than me, but
like 5'7 3/4", not being specific.
yeah.
How wide are your boards?
Um, just over 19, like 19 and an eighth or something, and then my small wave boards are like 19 and a half or 19 and a quarter.
On the bike.
Full volume.
I was talking to Luke Hart, who like shapes all my fourth boards, and he was like, why don't you just try one with more volume? Because I was always riding like 28 liters or was that 28? Yeah, 28 liters, 28 and a half maybe. And he was like, just go up to 30 on a short board and see what it feels like. And I got one made, and it was like the best board I've had in a long time.
As long as the weight was fine, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's not like it's not a super light board, obviously, but
yeah. Is that yellow one? Like the yellow spray?
No, that's the yellow ones are all PU, but like a little bit less volume. And then the one that I ride is the black railed one. That's like it's like 29.9 liters. I call it 30, but apparently I'm not a member of the 30 club yet because it's not been written on the board.
I don't think I'll ever be a member of that.
Get in the gym, boy.
Yeah, I'm in the gym, just saying a hockey like you. He's like such a scrum half.
Yeah, I used to play rugby like 10 years ago.
Where did you play?
Scrum half, but I quit when I was like 12, so it doesn't really count.
Healthy, stocky, fast twitch.
I was gonna say base like the Tom Ham.
Yeah, fighting everywhere.
Quick over 25 meters and then I'm done.
Yeah, gassed out.
Yeah,
like in a power battle.
You have never won one of them.
I know, I'm joking. I got the shortest arms
ever.
Yeah.
You're quite fast. You are really fast at paddling, though. But compared to Logan, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like Logan's fast because he's got big arms.
Luke's really swift.
Is it?
Yeah.
But you got small arms. I don't get how like small people just move their arms.
Yeah.
I've got I literally get told every day that I've got T-Rex arms. That's what I get like. That's like what I get ripped about. They're short. They're not thin. They're just short.
Yeah. You swim a little bit though, don't you?
No.
I thought you used to go to like some fancy gym and used to go swimming or something.
No. I'm sponsored by a gym at South Fistral Beach, and they've got like a real cool pool, but it's more of like a
it's not like a
it's like a safari kind of nice pool, not like a
You should stay there.
Not doing like more training.
Nah.
In the pool.
Nah. Not like some 25-meter pool where everyone's just like sprinting down.
Robe on, like cucumbers on your eyes and
yeah, exactly. It's like quite a posh place. So I only go into the gym and then go to the pool for like 15 minutes and then I'm out.
You used to go there, didn't you? Is that
yeah, instead of going away, we'd stay there for like 2 days as a treat or something.
It'd be a good treat. Coming up the water,
yeah.
showers.
No, it was called the Esplanade, the one we went to.
Oh yeah, that's the other one.
Yeah.
That nice one.
Yeah, they had a changing room for surfers. It's pretty cool. I used to surf South Fist. Just like
they had change rooms and Patty was buzzing.
Yeah.
We don't get none of that really, do we?
No. That's like one thing that you have done there is you have that little hub in Fistral where like all the groms hang out. There's none of that down here. That's such a the groms. Like parents can just like
drop the kids,
stay down there all day.
Yeah, they haven't been able to do it this year because of like COVID and
But you know, and the parents know it's lifeguarded and stuff, and it's pretty
safe.
Yeah, there's none of that down here.
What's your best contest result or results?
Whatever.
Yeah. Junior.
I know.
Winning a pro junior for European Pro Junior and getting 17th in the world in the juniors, and then I haven't really had any like quality QS results yet. I've had like good runs and like semi finishes. Haven't had like that win.
Yeah, the Fernando one was a good. That was the caliber of people you beat was anything. That was an impressive one. But I remember that Tenerife. It was Tenerife, wasn't it? Or was it Lanzarote? The Pro Junior.
Lanzarote.
I remember when you winning that, and then I remember watching you in the World Junior, and I remember being like, "Oh, that's like impressed." But until I got older and like went to a Pro Junior, I didn't realize like how big that was, and I was like, Jesus Christ.
So what like the winning the Lanzarote one was sick, but then like going to the Worlds was like the first time that there was like it was in Portugal as well, so they take like surfing really seriously. So then there was like TV cameras everywhere, and it was just like nuts how big the show was.
Did Italo win that one or Vasco?
Vasco.
Oh, yeah.
It's mental. No?
Was that the one Italo was at?
Yeah, he got second.
Yeah, I remember watching all that.
Was that a junior level?
Yeah, that was under 20. Under 20?
Yeah, under 21.
No.
That was when that age, like your age in the under 21 European Pro Junior as well, was like mad stacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's almost harder that category was, but it was good for progression. Like the people that were like sprouting at a later age had more time to progress before going to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, before going to the QS.
Yeah.
Like in my age group, up in like 1 year, like even 1 year above and a couple below, it was just so many good like juniors.
I remember speaking to Job about it, and he said like them times in the Pro Junior were really tough.
Yeah, it was hard. Like you'd love it if you got to like a fourth or a fifth round, like a top 15 or whatever it was. You were like buzzing about it.
Yeah.
And like when I don't watch the Pro Juniors now anymore. I stopped watching them a few years ago when the kids were like when the boys were in it. But like I was watching the kids in that, and I was like, you should all be making quarters. It sounds like harsh to say, but
you should.
Yeah, you should.
There's so much.
I like when I did them. Looking back now, I was not good enough to go to them.
Yeah,
it's good to see the level, but like I don't know, like the level of them under 21 ones was like that was
intense.
Like it was like I don't know. It was like a kind of like a stacked QS now.
Yeah, because now you have to go to a Pro Junior to see like what the level is in Europe. And then you know like what you have to go and work on.
Yeah.
But then like the QS is just like another step up again because there's people you've never even heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're just like,
and
you don't even have to know them. They could be like some like plus 30-year-old, and then you're like, oh, you know, I've got like a half decent heat, and then they go out and absolutely smoke it.
Guy puts 2 6s on you in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, who's this guy?
Here you were thinking you may have like a cruisy heat, and then you're like comboed within the first 8 minutes, thinking, it's not ideal.
And everyone surfs like a man.
Yeah, legit. Like the difference between like, well, in the last few years, the difference between like good 19, 20-year-olds and QS guys is the same. But when I went, like, there was a bit of a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get you.
So like when Vasco won the World Juniors and Italo got second, Vasco was like 20th on the QS and Italo was like 8th or 7th already. So like when they were at like 19, 20, they were already, like Vasco's been in the same like little place for the last few years, and then obviously Italo just
what?
No.
Do you know what's going on with Vasco? He was posting stuff about being like some what's the name for someone who sells houses?
Estate agent.
Yeah, he was posting like estate agent stuff.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a little while.
On his Instagram, and then he put another one up like, "Don't worry, I'm not an estate agent." But yeah, I don't know. I was just following him on Instagram.
What is this when he was putting up like the Villa Gale stuff?
Maybe it was literally like in lockdown, and he was like in a suit, and I was pressing translate all the time. I was like, I don't understand. Are you an estate agent or are you a pro surfer?
Crazy. Imagine that.
Yeah.
In a suit,
He's
rocks
probably
out.
earning a bit of money. He's probably putting it somewhere. I don't know.
Is there much money in pro surfing, Luke?
Not anymore.
It's all gone. It's just in the pies and pasties now.
Yeah, mate. Can I get that sponsorship outside surfing nowadays?
Yeah, that's what I always say. I mean, I don't really have many, but that is the way. Like, look at Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's got like one sponsor that's anything to do with surfing.
Yeah.
And then there's
are you about his? Are you on about his?
yeah, they're like super. I swear they're like spoofs, but I don't understand.
Go the screen. I don't know.
Why would
I
he?
think I don't know. I've not spoken to him about it. I think it's just adverts for like some sort of company.
Yeah.
Come by my house.
Unless he like I don't know. Unless he's like bought a couple properties and he rents them or something. I don't know.
I think
The photos are funny. The photos are like proper spoofy.
Yeah, I think it's like over the top adverts kind of style.
Yeah. He's like got makeup, like he's all like shiny and a suit.
Yeah, they've just seen it. Then he's like ironing a jumper or something.
yeah.
I've got eye in it.
He's like, I don't know. Oh, don't worry about it. That's no stress.
What's your favorite wave in the world? I've got one in my head. I've seen him surf. So if it's different, I'm gonna be really surprised.
What? Just one?
I know.
I'll give you top 5.
I know what you're gonna say. Top 5 would be all day.
3. Sorry.
Scotland.
North Fish.
But I'm not saying where.
South Fish. Sure.
Nias.
Yeah.
South Africa. Like JJ. Hawaii. And I want to go. Well, I've not been there yet, but Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched your Nias video the other day. I was mental. I couldn't believe
I remember seeing
how
that.
ridiculous them waves were. What size boards are you on? They don't even look that like much step uppy. I felt like
6'1".
I was like, God, these boards don't look that big. Surfing it.
Before I went, we were deciding because I'm not a fan of that longer boards really. Like in waves like that, I'd rather like my normal short board today is 6'0", and that one I had at Nias was 6'1". It was like in waves like that.
Was it shaped for waves?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I got a 6'1" shaped. It was like 6'1", 18 3/4, 2.5. And then a 6'3", 18.5 by 2.5 as well. So they were just like thick, like lots of glass.
But narrow.
Were they pintails?
Quite heavy. Huh?
Were they like pintails or roundtails?
Yeah, rounded pin and pintail. But like even the boards that I go and surf Scotland on, they're like 5'11", 6'0". For the waves that are like where you don't need a lot of paddle power and you just like drop straight underneath and go in the bather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've never really been a fan, but I speak to G-Man over in Ireland. He's like, he loves his like 6'3", 6'6" and stuff, but he's surfing like Pampa, which is like big secondary Pampa and stuff, and really longer boards.
Have you been out there?
I've been a couple of times, like 10 years ago, and then I went maybe 3 years ago with Forth, just testing some boards. That was like kind of the trip there. I got sponsored by Forth after that. It was like Luke Hart rang me and he was like, "Oh, I need someone come test some boards." He's like, "Do you want to come to Ireland for a week?" And I was like, "Yeah."
That sounds fun.
Mental.
And then we just
You just go board like was it like you bring a board?
Yeah, he shaped them. No, he shaped them. He just shaped me 2, I think, or 3 for that week, and then I just never gave them back. Like I've still got one in the garage. The other 2 got like dismantled in a week because they were like proper reef.
Yeah.
I got smashed a couple of times and the boards didn't make it.
Yeah.
But one of them I still ride now is the one that I surfed in Brazil in the QSs.
Yeah.
And I like save it for. I only ever ride it if it's like 6 foot.
Right.
Wait, was it? No, do I?
It's got no spray on it, and it looks really long and really thin.
Oh, is it?
And it's battered. Like the underneath flattered. I only ever take it out if it's like, which is strange because it's really thin as well. It's like 27.5 liters. You know, and you have like a good board, like a magic board.
It's good.
Just goes.
I think it's usually the board's good, but sometimes as well, there's an element of
You remember a lot.
mentally, you just know you can
Yeah.
grab that board.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You've been out in waves like that before, and you know that it's going to go good, so you just already know.
Yeah.
Oh.
Two years ago then.
Yeah. Get a lot in, yeah.
Oh, no, she got mental. She says,
What has your experience doing with boards? You've had a couple of papers, haven't you?
Yeah, I've always tried to. Was it you that me and you when you rang me the other day on Insta, we had a little chat about it. So I've always tried to stay UK because I feel like as much as like you want to ride your JSs, your Mayhems, DHDs and stuff, they're not made for our waves.
Yeah, and
like even their like soft boards, the soft like crappy waves, or their waves in Oz or wherever are so much better.
Yeah, I've even like in Cali, like you surf like 2 foot and it's fun compared to 2 foot.
Yeah. But obviously their boards are sick, like all the boys ride them. But I feel like here in Britain, you're better off getting a British shaper to shape your boards. They know the waves like the back of their hand.
Yeah.
I've got to go let the dog out.
I wonder how many boards he actually has.
Too many, probably.
No, I've worked on mine, and I don't really tend to get too involved in like the computer side of it.
Yeah.
I'll just relate it to feelings. But this one that I shaped with Harty, the 30-litre one he shaped, we sat on the computer for like 15 minutes and just went through it. And luckily it's come out well. But obviously people spend like hours and hours and hours with shapers trying to perfect the perfect board, and often it's just like tiny little tweaks here and there based on like that. I'll go into a shaping room and tell the shaper like 10 different things, and then Patty will go in there and tell him his 10 different things about what he likes, because we still have so different.
Yeah.
So just about what you prefer really. Like I've got quite a narrow stance and I quite like longer boards. So like I'm 5'8" and I'm riding 5'11s and 6'0s.
Yeah. Your length as well, isn't it? You're like 5'8" and you're about 5'4.5", are you?
Yeah, something like that.
So
At the end of that. No, but I got a pretty wide stand.
Your boards don't look short though, do they? Like that. I hate looking at people when their boards look too small. Like I was really bad for it. As soon as I noticed my boards are too small, I had to go longer.
Yeah, because you can always go longer, but then just like make them a bit like less width or more volume, or play around with it. So you don't if you're riding like say like you're riding a 5'9" and it feels really short, you can go to a 5'11" but make it thinner and less widthy, and it will feel like a 5'9", but you've still got length in front of you, so you still got like your and stuff.
For like, I mean, it's helped me. I still got to work on it, but like because I'm so like erratic and I do too many double pumps and stuff. Having longer boards actually somewhat helps just smooth my surfing out a little bit.
Yeah, because
I think sometimes it looks nicer on a bit longer boards.
Definitely.
I mean, more like, well, it doesn't. Cruisy is not the right word, but yeah, like more smooth. Like
it just has like a little bit more flow in it sometimes.
Like the old, like back in like 2005, I watched a video of Lee Bartlett the other day surfing abroad on Mr. B's account, and it's probably the best surfing video I've seen from a UK surfer ever. He's on longer boards. His boards are really long.
Wouldn't he?
Yeah, and he's only ducky, isn't he?
Yeah.
They are. His boards are huge, but it's insane how
he's ripped as well. Isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's a beast now. I see him running down South Bristol, and he's still, and he's like a weapon in small waves as well.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get Barters to shape my small wave boards because
he's got that style where you just like float like that era style.
Yeah. Like the full, the whip.
Yeah, it's like it's like flowy, but like I don't know.
It's good to watch, but yeah, it is so far that has been the best UK surfer video I've seen. I only watched it the other day. I was scrolling through. I watched your video surfing some mental slab on Mr. B's account.
Oh yeah.
I've been sniffing around trying to find where that is. I think I know.
You're not getting anything out of me.
Nah, I know. I think the Gill knows.
PNG.
Yeah.
It looks mental.
It's
Did you snap
so,
ball?
that's actually, I lied, right? Fifth wave instead of Mexico, I'm putting that one on there.
Is it?
Like anytime we get like a half decent chart, either I'll be messaging Mr. B or he'll be messaging me and we're like, come on, let's just go.
Is it busy there?
No.
It looks, I'm pretty
think I'd
sure. No, it looks hectic.
But people know where it is, but no one wants to surf it. It is basically unsurfable.
It's not crawling with buggers.
Yeah, but they only surf the left.
So it's the left.
That don't give you anything. It just means that there's nothing around.
He's giving us.
Wait till it's 2 to 3 foot. I'm going down.
Does it work when it's small?
You're not getting anything, Pat.
I
know where it is. No, I know where it is. I got the Gill on my side.
I watched that video and it looked so hectic. I remember seeing you fall. I was like, his shape was probably so annoyed looking at that.
I wonder if it's towable. He's not going.
It probably is.
I wish if I had a ski, I would try and tow it when it's like mental big.
Yeah.
Were you scared? Are you scared in waves like that, or do you enjoy it?
I'm always quite nervous the first sort of like 15 minutes. You can't just like go over all the waves and just like get yourself in there. And then it sounds stupid, but once I get one beat in, I'm fine. Like, I absolutely love it. I'll throw myself over everything.
I could do that again.
But like, I went with a couple. When was it? The first time I went with a mate, and he got drilled on his first wave in the board.
Dale.
Yeah, I went with Dale, and he got a rail straight in the rib cage.
Funny.
And he got out. He just had to get out.
And Dale can surf waves like.
Yeah, he's like normally he's fine. He just had like a breather for like 45 minutes and then came back out. But yes, I love that wave, to be fair, so much. I surf it every time, pretty much every time it's on. That at that size.
Crazy. That it does look mental, doesn't it?
On the back end for me.
It's like it's near enough impossible when it gets like when it's like above 8 foot. It's like nuts.
Have you surfed the pole?
No, but I've heard that's good.
Yeah.
I've never been there, have you?
No, I wanted to go on the weekend and it did work, but I shouldn't have said that on the internet probably.
That's right, Seth's already posted it.
Yeah, Steph's already, yeah.
Do you normally tow that, or you just take a ski out there?
I think they paddle it and surf it, but I think once or twice
I know.
it's happening. Once or twice I think they have towed it a few times, didn't they?
Skinner and Ollie Adams have, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I'd seen videos of them with skis. I don't know, Russell used to go up there.
Is it in like an army base?
Yeah, that's
Fire
it.
range and stuff. It's just really funny. Like you either need a pass or you have to go on the weekend when they're not firing.
It's just a nightmare.
It's a mission to get there from like the port or.
Yeah, it's easier to just take a ski, isn't it?
Yeah, if you've got.
And you know they're not firing.
Yeah.
Oh, you still can't even go surf it if they're firing?
They fire to the pole.
Fire and there's like they fire off
At
that
it.
cliff.
I didn't know that. See, I don't know where it is.
Like they'll bring the boat round and stuff sometimes. I can tell you so. Or they'll ask you to get you on the boat, and I've heard stories of people being like detained in the base and stuff.
Really?
You are actually trespassing on
Army base.
property.
Sam, my shaper, got he had to paddle. He surfed like the right next to it, and he had to paddle all the way. And they just followed him the whole way.
I've surfed.
And if he went on, they would have like taken him in, but he just paddled it.
I've surfed the beach and like trucks have come down and stuff, and we just stayed in until they went. But I don't know. There's people talk shit. Huh? Luke. Oh, the pole.
Well, can't really say on live internet, but
Yeah, where's that? You know that. Down there, like.
Right, I want a voice call. Some boys from Wales. Oh, paused it. Doesn't matter. I'll ring you back later.
Who's that?
Do you hear that?
no. What did you say? Is there subtitles?
No, he was like, "You getting on it?" I was like, "No."
Zoom quiz, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zoom quizzes. How many did you boys have over lockdown?
Too
That's
many.
like,
Too
I had a
many.
few.
So many. So many with the Mrs. Family.
yeah, I bet. I was drinking a lot of gin over lockdown.
You what?
I was drinking a lot of gin over lockdown.
Have you got a new gin sponsor?
No, my mum drinks it, so there was loads in the house, and every time like it came to a Saturday quiz, it's just gin lemonades.
Is it?
Yeah, family quizzes, so just
I was the sash.
yeah.
I remember you in Scotland surfing. You went one of the mental waves up there. How did you find that in your backhand with backhand two Bryden? Was that hard?
It's honestly the worst thing about my surfing is getting barreled backhand. I'm awful.
I think it might be the worst thing of most British surfers.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
I don't know. There's a few good ones. I know it's probably it's 100% my worst thing probably.
So hard.
It's like the boys in the Canaries, like when we go to like some mental left-hander, they're honestly just like waiting for me to fuck it up.
What, like Josh and stuff?
Yeah, and it's classic that Josh gives me the banter about it, and he's like messed up one of the best waves that come out, and it's all on film.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
It's like the boys that Stab posted it, and it's like slow-mo of him just like falling.
Can you put some like some etnies or element like with fail video or something?
Yeah, like it blew up, and it was funny. And he's like, "Oh, your backhand's so bad." And I was like, he basically went viral, falling off.
That wave's hectic though.
Angus did backhand two in winter, didn't he? Did you see that video?
Angus is sick. G-Man is sick.
I was in that surf, and he was just dragging ass the whole time.
Yeah, he's fast, but he, like you said, he went to Ireland for a winter and stayed with G-Man, and he just like perfected it there.
Yeah,
so I don't really barrel backhand.
You're doing it a lot. I feel like you do get better at it. You know, if you have like if you go somewhere and the wave
does it?
Yeah, and you're surfing waves where you need to, you do get better at it.
When you came back from Morocco, your backhand barrels went a lot better, didn't they?
I couldn't do it before I went there.
And you came back.
I just kind of mine's like a real ugly style, but works really well kind of thing. Like I just force my way out of them rather than making it look pretty. It's like fear of failure.
So hard.
You're not really doing it. Like you could go a couple of months without doing it, can you?
Yeah, but I've been barreled on my backhand for like I couldn't tell you when.
Yeah, same.
You had
maybe like November or December.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like a
little cover.
Yeah.
Still shampoo.
It's not like a
mental one.
Pat, you've been pulling into whitewater again.
Yeah. It's just Welsh barrels. Everyone like just because a wave's known to barrel, everyone just surfs it like it's a barrel. It's like
you should hit it.
Yeah, it's not a barrel.
I mean, I went surfing the other day with Dale, and it was like 2 foot horrible southwestral, like westerly winds onshore, and I got barreled, and I don't know how on my front side. Like this little sandy one came in. It was basically the size of like waist high or something, and it just doubled up and barreled. Mm-hmm. I almost claimed it in front of the lifeguards because I thought Angus was watching, but I couldn't do it.
Imagine that went on a story.
Yeah. The amount of stories Luke's posted is it is calm. It's official. Looking like 4 foot onshore and fat.
Or like when it's like half a foot dribble.
Yeah.
That's what I've been trying to do this winter was like get myself in there when it's like awful, like just jump off the rocks, go in, be the only one in itself.
Yeah.
And it's been like 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
Angus comes in with me quite a lot, to be fair. When it's bad, so does Dale-ish.
What's your goals for the Olympics, Luke? Like with British?
Honestly, I was so over it after last year. I wasn't even going to do it this year, and then
I bet.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I'll come home and do the English, and then I was kind of like,
And then they run it at top.
I was like, no, they're not having it. I'm not giving it them. I'm not giving them the satisfaction of like them getting on my back and then me just like quitting. So I went to the English, won that, and then I was going to go to the Verso.
That last year, that was pretty mental.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
And then, you got to do it step by step, don't you? So you have to go to the British, win the British, then you have to go to the Worlds, probably make the quarterfinals, and then you're in the Olympics. So still like another 2 stages before I even think about the Olympics yet.
Yeah.
I bet last year was ridiculously tough considering like you were like top seed in the world in the world from the UK.
Yeah, I was in South Africa, and then they it was funny because I told the guys in Surf in England about why I wasn't going to the British, and I was like I had one weekend at home, and then I was flying out to South Africa direct on the Monday. And if I'd have flown at the weekend to go to the British, I wouldn't have made my flight to South Africa for this comp. Yeah. And then while I was at home, Korev were running a festival in Perranporth, and they were like, "Oh, can you go and do some like merch shoot and stuff with Lucy?" And I was like, obviously, like, yeah, I can. And then they tried to spin it that I'd stayed at home to just like go party this weekend, and I just thought I was like, and then obviously they all came out in the press, and they were like, it was weird. And then I was in South Africa when they announced the team, and I was like, ranked 93rd in the world on the QS. And
about a 1.5 turn into the beach away from getting in a prime as well.
Yeah, I found out on the day of the trials, like an hour before I was going into the final of the trials, that they weren't going to pick me.
You were on a heater as well.
Yeah, and I was like, I felt like I was going to win the trials, and then I just.
I remember actually being kind of gutted to do like you needed like a 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah.
You got the highest score of the final, didn't you?
Yeah, I bagged like a 7 or a 7.5 on my first wave, and then just didn't get anything else. And then I think I had a wave in the last
right, wasn't it?
Yeah, I needed a 5, and I got like a 4 something.
Yeah, I remember.
The wave wasn't good enough, so but I was close.
And they were like, "No, you're not good enough to be in the British."
Yeah.
I've never been that angry about something in surfing before. Like surfing's always been my like
go-to.
Yeah, just it's cruisy, isn't it? Like it's just nice to go surfing. I never really get angry when I go surfing. I remember being like livid the whole day. Maybe for a week afterwards, I was absolutely fuming.
I just remember I was shocked. I'm not downgrading any of the guys who were surfing thing, but like you were number 1 ranked in the world from the UK. So like,
yeah, and the thing that annoyed me the most is when they set up the thing, like the process of getting selected, they like dangled the carrot about the qualifying series. Like if you get like exceptional results, and that was the year that I was in Brazil and I'd beaten
everyone. Everyone.
I beat a lot of good guys, and then I was like, and they actually put like exceptional performances. I was like, well, if beating like 4 CT, guys isn't enough, then
Then you beat Rivera, and he's back on tour now. You beat.
I'm quite glad. I'm chuffed that you've come back and won the English straight away.
Haven't done a UK comp in 2 years, and then just came back and
just give Pat a bit of breathing room.
Yeah, Pat, you won the UK tour, didn't you, boy? Yeah. Get on.
Yeah.
You did last year, didn't you? Yeah, you did.
You weren't there, Luke. You weren't there.
Yeah, you'd have done me, mate.
In Porth Call, maybe. Dog.
Yeah. No, that was sick. I remember watching that, and I was like, you beat like Jay and Rubes and everyone, Jason. I was just like, because I was watching a few of, you couldn't watch many of them live, but I remember seeing the results, and I was like, come on, Pat.
No,
I was confident. Even I was like, come on, Pat. Everyone was like, shut up.
Well, let's be honest, like Pat wasn't a favourite going into probably any of the events. Maybe like people were saying like he's going to make a final and stuff. What'd you do? Win 2 and get second in the other or something?
I won.
Win 1, get 2 second.
1 get second, and I can't remember the other result. Wasn't that good? There's only 3 events. That's why it's a bit of a funny one.
Yeah, but tour's a tour, mate. You can only win what's there, you know.
It's like CJ Holmgren, isn't it?
Yeah, no $5 grand, but yeah.
But I bet the boys are gutted. Obviously, Jay's not here anymore. He's moved it back over to New Zealand. Yeah.
Sent me some photos. It's so good out there.
Yeah, it's like I remember speaking to him just before he left, and he was like, I just can't do it anymore. He's like, I can go home now and surf and boardies and stuff. He's like, in the winter, it's like 3, 2, 4, 3. But it's just like the weather. Like the weather's nice, pretty much. Like they get a few. Obviously, I don't get like cyclones and stuff like that. Like the weather gets a bit shitty for a few months.
Yeah, like it's
not
cold.
like,
Yeah.
It's not actually cold.
Yeah. Mind you, he doesn't wear any neoprene here.
You did wear boots in Thursday.
Yeah, he put boots on for like one surf when we surfed the reef.
Yeah. He's so.
And I'm normally the one who's not wearing a lot. In Scotland, I'm.
Yeah, you're all like that.
But he's like different level to me. Like I'm
like,
comfortable paddling out in a like 6'5" hooded in Scotland just for the rubber. And he's in like 4'3".
Have you noticed how Ruben's like the opposite? Like he puts a hood on at like September the 1st.
Yeah.
He had a 4.
Wear all his wetsuit he can basically.
Like September the 1st and like gloves and heats and stuff. And I'm like,
yeah.
I remember we running down. We surfed in Cornwall like 2 years ago. I was running down a short arm. You were on a short arm. He was in a 4'3".
Yeah.
We were like, what?
Yeah. Some of the boys are like that though, isn't it? It's just that I prefer to have.
I don't know how you can do it in a heat.
Nah. The boys in Europe always give me a lot of stick because like I put boardies on at like the first opportunity. Like Andy Crier is all every time we're at a comp, he's like, "Why are you wearing board shorts?" He's like, "It's not warm enough." Like, I check the water and it's like 16 or 17 degrees, and I'm just like, boom, boardies. And he's in like a full. Like we went to Israel a couple of years ago, and I don't think anybody was in like maybe short arm max, and I just came straight in the boys in boardies
with your white derby.
They always turned around like, "What are you doing?"
Pale like derby walking on the beach in your boardies.
Let's be fair, I lasted probably 30 minutes, but you've got to get done sometimes, don't you?
Come out.
That's a heat.
Metal blanket.
Burn some calories, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was doing ball masters as well, to be fair.
I've only had one boardie surf this year. That was the weekend. We weren't too bad.
What was warmer up here and down there?
I did 45 minutes of terror.
Yeah, I think he'd wear boardies up here.
Like no wet.
It is warmer up here.
It's like 18 here, I think. 17.
It's just cold. It just feels cold in Cornwall when you get in, I reckon.
Yeah.
It's not like brown and doesn't like.
It's not like
yeah, but that's but I'd take a couple of degrees colder and it'd be blue than brown.
I don't know. It's quite nice. It's like sheep on big tides, like.
Yeah, it's up the class.
You get the surge, don't you, as well? Like that was pretty mental. The first time I went to Wales and just watched it like all surge out and come back. I've not seen that before.
You see what?
That the surge and tide when the tide changed by the river.
Oh right, yeah. Where were you? Landwehr.
I can't remember. Yeah, Landwehr.
Yeah. How was the rep?
I was like, I remember Nate Phillips saying like, "Oh, tide gets pretty hectic over there." And then literally, like we paddled. I think we were in the final, and it was literally a river. It's impossible to stay in one place.
Yeah, the point there, like, if you surf at a low, if you surf the point, you almost have to go left, and it's an amazing right, but you have to go left because you get a left, you paddle that way, and you still drift that way.
Nate did me dirty on Facebook a couple of years ago because I messaged him privately. First time I went to Landwehr, and I was like, "Where is it? Like, where's the beach?" He literally he went this at the beach and literally took a photo of where I was, and I was right next to it, and I had no clue, and he just did it.
Oh yeah, because the lane and stuff. Yeah. Bonnie lives in the end of that lane. Now. Yeah, I think so.
It's a good wave. I haven't surfed it enough to like. I love it, but I haven't surfed it enough to like get into it properly. Yeah.
Well, I did let her out, but what should be that?
I was just calling to let her out.
All right.
If you're not going away anytime this year, Luke, fancy a trip to Ireland with me and Pat?
Yeah, 100%.
I can't make you any boards, but
We said I was going to Ireland.
well, we talk about Logan.
All right, fine.
Now you are. If you're keen,
Yeah, let's go.
I don't know. When you think September?
Well, just when we can all go,
When we're
really.
allowed. I didn't know if Ireland's open.
People have to wear a face mask.
Left to wear a mask.
Literally.
Face mask.
I've got a GoPro from English that we could take up there as well.
Sorry?
Got a GoPro from the English.
Oh yeah. Bring
We
it
can
up.
take that up there and get some tubes. I don't really get barrels, so I'll give it to Pat. No, no.
What, so I can sit in the shower?
Film us. I'll swim. Get a pole.
We should do that. We should make a little video of one of us going out there with fins on, swimming in the barrels. Because that's what B does. Like with that wave where you see me, like B's swimming in that. So like I'm out the back, I'm fine. B's just like in between like 8 to 10 foot monsters, just straight over his head. Like
I'd have a gap on.
He's like,
Does he wear a lip?
he absolutely loves it. What's that?
And them cameras with the housing aren't light.
No.
I always used to think they were light, and I remember being with a photographer, and he was like, "Pick that up," and I was like, "What the hell?"
What do you reckon it weighs? Like,
I don't know.
8 kilos.
More than a baby. I've never picked a baby up.
yeah, I don't know, but
10 iPhones.
No, I don't know. Like, yeah.
I always think of like bags of sugar in kgs. Just maybe like 8.
Actually, bro. No, I don't know. It's heavy.
And it is when you can only swim with one arm as well. So he's like holding it with one, trying to swim.
And
So
like
his feet,
leaving it like in the wave while he swims through, and the lips like pulling it.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That wave where he takes the videos of me and the other two surfers, it's like quite a small zone, but every now and again you can get like one rogue one that breaks out of the reef, and it's not a nice place to be when you see where they break.
Yeah.
No.
How shallow it is.
Looks kind of far out to sea as well.
He's not giving enough away.
It looks like it on Google Maps, isn't it? On Google Earth.
If you're on Google Maps, you don't know where it is. I'm going to try and find a photo.
I know where it is. I'll see you there next time.
It's going to be a land shot, like a
on my backhand, just splattered on the reef.
There is it.
Ah!
Yeah.
Did you hit the bottom on that?
I don't remember, to be fair. Hold on, I've got a video. Oh, it's just going to load.
That's a tow. It looks like a tow wave.
No. Looks like boot reef on steroids. But
Pat's going to love this because it makes it look like I'm goofy.
Standing the right way for once.
Look, you could probably get a bus through there.
It's such like on a wave like that. I would much prefer to be towed because
Yeah.
you couldn't see it coming because there was one like medium wave and we all kind of just like cruised over it, and then the next one was just like massive. So I like paddled out to it as fast as I could turn, and then I paddled too far out, so I missed my way to get in.
Oh, I hate turning under waves. I remember Seb doing it in Scotland. There's like he was turning like underneath them as well.
A wave like that as well. If you get to the left, like you want to be up before you.
You want to be paddling down the wave, don't you?
Yeah.
That's why.
I'm surprised
like
wasn't towed.
That one there was like 2, so like I paddled past this first peak and then managed to like get into the top, and I just remember looking down and going, "I'm so late." Like, you couldn't do anything.
I'm surprised. Like I don't know, Ollie or Skinner or Igor.
The boys have surfed it for sure. I think most of them that you could think of would have surfed it and know where it is. But
what they've just tried it, hurt themselves, and writ it off or something.
Yeah, or just don't like it, or it doesn't do it for them. I know Josh Hughes likes it there quite a bit. You know Josh Hughes?
Yeah,
he's a bit of a charge.
He loves it, but he's like a slab charger.
Yeah.
He loves it and he's goofy. There's a photo. You might be able to find it on the car Instagram.
Like a cover there, isn't there?
Yeah, and Josh is the one paddling over it, and there's like a water photographer as well, and it's big. I think it's bigger than the one that I took, like quite a lot bigger, and it's you can see it from there.
Scary.
Maybe like 3 foot day, give me a ring, but I don't think you bought what everyone. You just like allowed yourself.
Yeah, It's a sick little wave. It's not telling you where it is or what it works on or what it does.
If we turn up, like, are we GoProing it?
If you turn up and you know where it is, then there's nothing I can do. But I'm not giving you anything about where it is.
I'm not giving you any waves. Like,
Yeah.
I only go there when I know it's going to be like 6 foot plus.
It's got to be a drive then.
hmm.
It's got to be a drive for 6 foot.
I don't know.
And I'm lazy. Like I don't even go. I rarely go. I probably go to Leven twice a winter if it's pumping, because that's like 45 minutes.
And it's so busy. Good luck, anyway.
Yeah, Leven is so busy because
I really want to surf it, but I just can't
it's a
do it.
really surfable, lovely little reef wave. So anybody like within 3 hours drive can go and surf it and be fine.
It looks. I'd rather drive to where we were talking about at the start.
Left.
I'd rather drive there, and it would even that pumping would probably be less busy than 11.
Yeah, I'd rather surf 4 foot onshore fish hook.
Just do Rios.
Just like my favorite time to go surfing is when Fistral is like so windy on the shore, but the face of the wave is clean.
Yeah.
Is that
So Fistral will be like 4 to 6 foot.
Southwest in Fistral is like,
clean?
I'll take that every day.
Yeah, southwest blows into the right, southeast is like bang offshore, and then even up to like even like a westerly is okay. Northeasterly is bad.
You know,
That's like,
you did up to Boardmasters like that week where I came early. And
Yeah.
surfing a lot. It was like southwesterly every day, and it's like kind of clean. It's so fun.
Yeah, southwesterly is fine. It's
Yeah.
offshore basically. That's when you get like the little barrels sometimes.
Yeah. When will you go to Bauji then when it's just too big?
Yeah, when like, well, to be fair, I don't even really go to Bauji that much because it gets busy.
Because you just
So I go to Crantock.
Where's Bowdy? Is that like the only?
It's like a left by Crantock.
Yeah, but that has to be big. Like Fistral's got to be plus 6 foot really.
Yeah.
But Bauji back in the day used to be mental.
I surfed 5 years ago, I think. I've only surfed there once, and it was really fun.
Because that was Logan.
No, I've only had
Like that's just like a really fun wave when you can go there on like a westerly, southwesterly, southerly, southeasterly. Just
yeah, like a Lang.
Ah.
But it's not as good as Lang.
anything southerly or westerlies are fine.
Yeah.
Would you ever bother wasting your time to come surf Wales, or you're not even bothered?
If I'm coming up for like a weekend or maybe like a couple of surfs, I wouldn't drive up for one surf and then be like.
Not just a big golf. We got some
Or I'd come up to play golf and then go for a couple of surfs, and then if I'm going up that way, I'd probably end up driving to Scotland or something.
It's nowhere near Scotland, is it?
Yeah.
It's like Bristol.
Is it 3 hours? 3-4 hours?
Well, if you went up to the wave in Bristol, pop over
If
for
you
an
drive
hour.
if you drive like cars 3 hours, you drive like me is 5.
We did fish. We literally got to Newquay in 3 hours from pretty much.
3 hours 20.
When I go back to the Morrison's, like, wow.
I drove back from Scotland with Angus, and I think it took us 13 hours straight. Or it was like some ridiculous time. I can't remember, but I was driving and I only stopped for fuel, and we left in the morning from Baggies and I got to Angus's house literally like an hour and a half after the 12-hour cycle. It was like 13 and a half hours, something ridiculous.
That's disgusting. Took me like 2 days with Mount the Royal last year.
I did one stop on the way back from there last year. I was like gunning it, eyes like this. I got pulled by the police coming into coming into Swansea like 20 minutes from my house. I was like, just let me go home. I'll sort it tomorrow.
I'm always in the like the driving mindset. Like when I know I've got to go, I'll just go and
Yeah.
stop when I'm tired.
I was like watching my maps, just like, right, there's only 8.5 hours, 6.5.
I always do it like when I always do it by school days. Like if I know there's 6 hours, I'm like, oh, I got a school day left. I was thinking like, you know, like a flight to Cali. If I've got like, if it's 12 hours, I'm like, oh, I got 2 days in school now. And then I'm
Fair
like,
enough. Everyone's got their own way, I suppose.
yeah, it's like 3 hours. Like, right, it's lunchtime now.
Get the ball out, boys. Give him a mob.
Yeah.
Right, you gonna ask Luke your question?
No, I'm done now. It's
Are you?
been long enough.
How long has it been?
I don't know. France? Too long.
It's only been four school days for Pat now.
I got maths now.
Tension.
Probably.
All right, cheers.
Surf boys.
Yeah, definite.
I'll text you if I come down on the weekend. Maybe.
Make sure you bring your masks.
Yeah,
Oh, is it-
literally. No, you got to wear them in England now if you're going to shop.
I don't know when it comes in. I think it's Friday.
Yeah, I got loads now.
Sound. I might come down Cornwall Friday if there's whips.
It doesn't look good. It's just fat here.
Mm.
Let's just check the chart. I'm pretty sure it's horrible every day, but let's just have a little look.
It's like there's crap than there with north winds. And-
Southwesterly.
No.
Yes, I thought North was all right for you boys, but
Yeah, if it's swell.
If it's swell, it's amazing. Because it's like we're the other side of the coast, and we so like
it
Limbo,
looks
like
so bad.
north.
That's like a depressing surf forecast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
That's how I imagine you boys feel when you check your forecast every day.
No. If you came to the SP, you'd love it.
Everyone does it.
But honestly, I went surfing today at Fistral, and it was probably knee to waist high.
And north winds.
Nothing.
Like they
Nothing to
to them is like standard, 3 foot to us is like, oh, 3
Yeah, like shortboard out.
yeah.
Like you
Get
put
it
your
proper-
grovelers
get it-
away.
Yeah, you put your groveler back in the car.
And today's 3.5 foot, or 3 foot at 6 seconds with northwesterlies. Tomorrow's bigger, and then Saturday, maybe Saturday.
What? Yeah. What is it? Just so I like can take it off my head.
3.5 foot at 6 seconds.
I ain't driving 4 hours for that.
I'm there. I'm there.
Disgusting. Just work.
I'm there.
And then that's it. What did I say? What's today? 3 foot at 6. And then Sunday morning is 2.5 at 7.
Oh, 7 seconds.
But that's with southwesterly, so I honestly don't think that'll break.
No.
I heard Luke's got a romance life these days.
Is that true, Luke?
What's that?
Pat said something about romance.
He's got a new romance apparently.
Oh, Mrs.
I heard.
Maybe.
She got a talented family. I heard.
Yeah. Where have you had your ears?
Huh?
Where have you had your ears?
Been surfing or something, I don't know.
Yeah, she's alright.
Wonder if she's subscribed to Carl's channel. She's gonna
She's got
You're gonna have to watch the rest. Like when you watch this now back, Luke, you're gonna have to like watch the rest of them. Maybe laugh.
dial it back and learn.
I think this might be the funniest one.
This is the most viewed.
Yeah, it'll be the most viewed. Stan was funny, but he was just talking about girls and TikTok.
Oh, my missus is addicted to TikTok.
Right, we're gonna shoot because they're giving us the eyes now.
Yeah, they're like, wrap it up, boys.
Nice one. Cheers.
Cheers,
All right,
Luke.
boys.
See you soon.
Come down.
Yeah, try.
All right, cheers, bye.